Feeling Goodnight and She is Love. Dear Paul, lately I have been half in love with the old radio mystery plays that beamed across the darkness of the 1940s and into the homes of our grandparents and across the oceans into the tents and trenches of soldiers, into the hospitals where the wounded lay dying. I love them as the audience then must have loved them in another time of war for their predictability. If one man picks up a hitchhiker on a rainy night and a report of a murder comes across the car radio, one of them did it. You don't know at first which one is lying, but both are, and one's a detective, and the other will, within the half hour, stumble into the open field of his guilt. After they cut the first cancer from your brain, you wrote for everyone to read, I am sure of it again. Thank you, Lord. Feeling good night, and she is love. Angie is my might halo, the wildest love. And it was so beautiful, we knew you could not die. And Angie, who salved the wounds the staples made along your scalp, you stood up again and married her, and good for you, beside the ocean. Of course, you suspect at first that the detective is the murderer. He is grave and strange, and his shoes are thick with mud, and the driver seems almost overwhelmed by just the weather. But that's the trick of it. The mouse of a man who beats his spinster aunt to death for money she doesn't have, then beats it trembling to the coast. When the cancer came back, you called on God again, said you felt him strong in you, though I'd like to think that what you felt was, at long last, love. But even that was not enough to keep them from opening your head again. You wrote, Angie has my team all needed. You wore a t-shirt that said, I had brain surgery. What's your excuse? At the end of every mystery, someone must tell the story of what really happened, because what makes it a mystery is that we arrive too late to know. The cancer killed you. 2 men got into a car and one of them died and the other was cancer. We know the story well. Sooner or later, the world is just 2 voices in the dark. Cruelty and fear like rain on the windshield, the blind curve, the stranger up ahead.